Hi there, Pirie-Nally here, and I wanted to do a quick video today talking about my book, The Wonder Mindset. I love the virtual background, pulling it apart there. This is actually the hard copy version, which is available on lulu.com. I love it because it's got the design on both sides. The paperback that is available on Amazon just has a plain navy blue back. Um, the joys of self-publishing and cover design. So many lessons learnt. But I wanted to jump on and tell you a little bit about my book. My book actually took me over 10 years to write, and it's funny because obviously with AI and the way things are going, I've now uploaded my book into AI and I have a writing assistant, which means it's easier for me to, formulate my thoughts and my thinking style. But I saw something the other day and it really firmly helped me kind of articulate how I feel about technology and education. Because rather than us trying to stop people using AI, I think we need to assume everyone's using AI. Let's just assume all students are going to use AI. And so the way that we measure whatever it is that we're seeking to measure needs to change and evolve. And the Wonder Mindset for me really lays the foundations for that. It's like question everything, but question everything safely. And I think what I wanted to create with the Wonder Mindset was a soft place to land when you are reformulating your thoughts, thinking patterns of behavior. Because a lot of people, when they go through transformation and behavior change, um, they find that very confronting, and it is. It's extremely confronting. Changing your mind is confronting. Changing your behaviors is confronting. Any change of any sorts does require, consciousness. And so I wanted to provide people with some tools, some frameworks, some ideas, and some proven and tested ways of going about wondering safely. And I just think it's more relevant than ever. Like when I started writing this book, my big thing was we need to open people's minds for transformational change because, oh my goodness, all I could see was people that were just getting into these like autopilots and stopping being curious, and they'd given up on life by the time they were 40. And now that I'm 40, it's such a fascinating experience because I actually feel my own neural networks wanting to fuse. I feel them wanting to lay hard wiring and to just stop being curious. And so my practice of wonder is having to become more active than ever. And I am grateful that I wrote this book in my 30s when I was full of wonder and able to teach it so freely because I'm benefiting from that, being able to reference that and kind of understand that. So a couple of things. I didn't do a table of contents because I thought that it would be more interesting to sort of let you pick it up and just sort of instead of linearly sort of just following the book, like pick it up and just read whatever you kind of find. And so today, if I just open up on page 72, it's about unlocking the power of awe and how wonder can transform your life. And I love this. It's like I love travel. I often say travel is my love language. I'm extremely biased around the power of travel for transformation. In my own life, as I've adventured around the world from Fiji to Antarctica, the USA, Thailand, Bali, Canada, I can't help but feel a sense of excitement, connection, and wonder. Then, of course, I find out that carbon emissions and my love of travel feel under threat. And so I've got this whole thing where I call my husband Wanda. He's the travel entrepreneur who's experienced great success through innovative ideas. And I suppose what I'm trying to do here is like tell the story of, me, my love of travel, this discovery that like, oh my God, what if travel's bad? And then what I did to kind of follow a path to understand a bigger picture around I can still travel and offset my emissions. I don't have to give up something I love. There's an evolution in something that you love. So there's an opportunity to unlock like a new way of thinking and being within something that you already love. And that's, I suppose, the approach that I wanted to share here. There's a really cool conceptual analysis of awe as collective emotion with these researchers. So Paul K. Piff, Matthew Feinberg, Piadis, Daniel Stancato, and Dasha Keltzer embarked on a series of 5 studies encompassing a vast sample size, over 2,000 individuals, looking at the hypothesis that awe has the potential not only to diminish the individual self and its concerns, but also to significantly enhance pro-social behavior. I did want to include a little bit of science in this around the science and rigor of understanding awe and wonder and the power of awe and wonder. And the beautiful thing about this study is that what it did was it actually proved out with some really great data that not only is awe a beautiful thing, but when it's actually a collective process, it can be a transformative experience, and it can actually shift people away from thinking just about themselves toward thinking about the bigger picture. And we witnessed that in our stewardship mission. And actually, one of the projects that we kicked off was a project with the University of Tasmania, looking at essentially the same sort of thing. So when people go down to Antarctica, do they experience something that transforms their thoughts, their behaviors, their attitudes towards the place, but also towards climate change? And, we witnessed that people moved away from being kind of self-obsessed and like all about themselves toward wanting to do something and wanting to be part of something. And I just thought that was really beautiful. And I think there are big implications with that in terms of like what that means for change, what that means for transformation, what that means for our collective kind of consciousness, and how we can use travel experiences, wander, as a really powerful way to change. We don't have to just sit at home or sit in offices to create change. We can go out traveling, wandering, have shared experiences, and actually through the shared experience, we can actually change the way that we think, change the way that we feel, and of course, change the way that we behave, which I just think is really beautiful. And the idea is that by venturing into new and unfamiliar environments, people are more likely to encounter novel and awe-inspiring moments that evoke feelings of wonder and amazement. So, like, for me, I really think, especially as we get older, we've got to seek out awe-inspiring experiences. We've got to practice gratitude. We've got to connect with others. We've got to set some pro-social goals, stuff that's outside of ourselves, practice mindfulness. And then we give ourselves an opportunity by design, by practice, to stop ourselves from just falling into autopilot, to stop ourselves from fusing those closed networks that stop us from actually being able to see bigger pictures, see positive change, and be positive change for future generations. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do little sound bites. We'll explore a little bit of my book. We'll unpack a little of like each of those chapters, because each chapter, it's part lesson. Some of them are stories, some of them are science backed, some of them are, it's just jam packed with so much stuff, and it's all been designed to help you innovate from within. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to my rambling Wonder Mindset little dribble, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye.